All right, today we're going to go into our Go box. And this is basically our camping box, our survival box. And there are many of these, but this one is mine. And I'm just going to dig in here and look at one item today. And we'll look at different items along the way. But let's take a look in here and see what we got. And it's got a plethora of stuff. Some stuff is more needed than others. And some stuff may never be needed, but it's better to have and not need than need and not have. And I'm not going to go through this whole thing today, but as you can see, there's a lot of really cool stuff to go through. But what I'm going through right now is what we call the med ball. And all it is a bucket. It's a little bucket like this. And it is stacked full of medical supplies. And alongside of it, it has some hand sanitizer. Because in the woods, we may not have an easy way to clean our hands. Well, what we have here is a towel. All you have to do is moisten this towel, and it becomes a big towel. And the size, it doesn't say the size, but it is a full size. Oh, it does say the size. It's 27 inch by 55 inch. Pretty big towel. I have some bungee tubing, or some just regular tubing. What this does is it helps. It's kind of like a tourniquet, but not really. It can kind of help stop bleeding while you're working on something. I have some tweezers, a pack of ibuprofen. My wife needs warfarin, so she has to take warfarin every day. So I have a spare set of warfarin for her. This is a pack of antibiotics. You know, you can get those online if you can get a doctor to prescribe them for you. This is good old, I'm not even going to say it on here because I know what YouTube thinks of that. We always have some gloves, personal protection, some island dressings. Well, this is what they call a speedball, meaning that a med ball, meaning that this can be dropped in to some people that are needing some emergency care, that have maybe been fighting or doing some kind of fighting, or just out in the woods that scraped up, whatever. Maybe they're out on a hunting trip. They got beat up a little bit and they just need some extra help. This is my favorite piece of equipment. It comes in a sterile package. And what it is, here you can see it easier here, I think. What it is set up different ways, but it has Tecoderm on the outside, which is the elastic bandage, and it has roll gauze on the inside. So you just cut this open, pull this out, and then the Tecoderm's already ready. You wrap it around it, and it'll stop minor bleeding pretty easy. Also, if you need to, you can shove this in a wound if you need to. And here's a larger version of that, a longer version with a different color. This actually has tape on it instead of Tecoderm. And I always bend it over here on the end so I can get it off easy. But as you can see, there's a whole pack of that with Band-Aids, some eye wash, even some toothpicks in there. Another one of my favorite is this clear sterile dressing. See it, transparent dressing. It's kind of like this. Well, it's the same stuff they put on you whenever they put an IV in you, but this also works really good if you get a cut on your hand or something. You don't need a big bandage on it, and you still need to be moving your hand easily. That works really good, and it stops the bleeding on that. Just got some basic Israeli bandages, triangle bandages, H&H, compression gauze, a lot of big rolls of tape at the bottom, more Tecoderm. This is basically, like I said, a med ball that we just drop in if we need it, or we pull it out and it's got some of the basic stuff in it. Now, is this a complete kit? By no means at all. This is just basically to help you refill some of the stuff that's used often. And I can tell you, use these a lot. I mean, last time we went out even camping, we had to use 2 of those. Somebody scraped something or whatever. All right, just a quick little thing for a med ball in the bucket. Go out and make yourself, your family, and your fellow warrior better.